the kind of the thing that's just, so I didn't even pick up a camera until I was like 25. And what had happened is at the time I was working at Paychex, the payroll processing company, and I had a buddy there who we became friends. Well, I worked there for like 2 years, and he was an amateur photographer. And so at the time it was still, film. Everybody was shooting film. I think digital was just coming out. And so he was like, hey, I'm going to the coast this weekend. You want to tag along? We can shoot some scenic stuff and whatever. And I was like, yeah. I was like, but I don't have a camera. I don't have any of this stuff. And so then it was like, he told me what kind of camera to get. I think it was like a Canon, just some, Elan 7E. Okay. So that was the first one. And
is that digital or is that analog?
No, it's analog.
Okay, yeah.
And then it's got film, but the thing I liked about it, which I think what the E stood for, was that it had eye control for focusing. So when you're looking through the viewfinder, where you looked on the kind of viewfinder area, that's where it would focus. It would calibrate with your eye.
Wow.
So then it would just, which is like, I don't know why I don't have that in digital cameras now.
Is that not? Okay, yeah, that sounds super high-tech.
It was very high-tech. I was like, dude, this is like future stuff. But they had that, and so I had gone out there, and we just shot a couple rolls. I had it developed because it was slide film, so I had slides that you would put in a light box and project. And ever since then, I was hooked. Like I was like, and I think it was just kind of beginner's luck where the photos were actually really good.
Oh, cool.
As far as like the color and just the scenes, I really loved.
Yeah.
And so ever since then, it's like chasing that same feeling that you had when you first saw the first set of photos.
Right.
And then you're just like, man, these are like amazing. Like I'm the best photographer ever.
Right. Nice.
And so that's where, and then that was it. That from then on, it was just kind of like going out more, learning more about it, taking some I took some classes on photojournalism, and because I like that style of shooting, which is kind of, I think, shows a little bit in my work now too, where sometimes it's more candid, or it's and I kind of like that. But yeah, that's where it all kind of started, and then
so just going out, you said to the coast, right, and then taking some photos, slides, and then when you were talking about black and white, when you do black and white, are you actually shooting with black and white film? Is that a thing?
Yes.
I don't know much about film and stuff.
Yep.
Okay, so that's not a post-processing thing. You actually shoot in black and white.
Yes.
Okay.
And then even with, like right now I shoot with Sony cameras and Leica cameras.
Okay.
And so with Leica, I shoot in monochrome. So it will record the photo so I shoot RAW and JPEG. So it'll record the JPEG in monochrome, and then the RAW in color, of course.
Oh, okay.
But so through the viewfinder, it's all black and white, unless I'm using the rangefinder part, but I also use the EVF. So if I'm looking through the EVF, it's all black and white already. And so that way it's pretty much like what I see is what I get. And but then when I'm shooting my film cameras, I use black and white film. And sometimes my wife gives me grief because she's like, well, I want to see that in color.
Right.
Like, well, it doesn't come in color.
Yeah. It's black and white film. The color is gone.
Yeah, exactly.
The color is there in the moment.
Yeah.
And the moment is not here.